Welcome to My Life on Paper. I am Brianna, and I'm participating in Mix It Up Monday, where we take a sketch and we do mixed media. So today's sketch is by Rochelle Spears, and I'm going to do a couple of Christmas photos from not last year, but the year before. So that would be in 22. It calls for one 4x6 and two 3x4. So I have trimmed off half of the 4x6, and then I'm trimming down a 4x6 to make my two 3x4s. Um, I'm not losing anything important on the picture. And the part of the picture that I cut off with people, it was Meredith taking a picture of Eliza and Kirsten. So that was not important at all. Um, These are pictures of us playing bingo. We each get 3 presents, and to kind of draw it out a little bit, and the kids love bingo anyway, we play bingo, and you have to win to open a present. We do not clear our cards, so it's not mean like that where we keep playing until everybody gets to open a present. This little snowman and the 25 are little cut aparts from a 6x6 pad. I'm not sure exactly who the maker is, but I got it at a scrapbook retreat probably, I don't know, 10 years ago. So I'm getting those out of my stash. And then I just, for the fishtail banners, I'm making sure I got all the perfect ones. I'm looking through everything. Here are some Paper Studio poinsettias, and you're going to see that paper on the right, there are poinsettias in, so I like to tie that together. I did think about putting 4 in there, kind of in the space of the buttons and the other items on there. The 4 don't stay. I'm going to trim down those, the scraps to make 2 different fishtail banners that go across the page. And I'm going to tuck it because, I didn't have paper to, well, and you can see they angle. So I just made this one for this side, this one for this side, and then I'll take the other striped paper and I thought about that paper, but I just don't really quite have enough, and I wasn't sure what direction to go. So here I am going to trim this striped paper and then make fishtail banners out of it. Definitely a good way to use up scraps, and you can see that because of these color scraps, I chose the off-white for the background paper. I think these are 3 inches, and I'm not so much looking at the how long it is, because I know I'm tucking. But once I cut one fishtail banner, I know that I just can do all the other 3 exactly the same. Keep reminding myself how little of paper and embellishments that you really need on a layout. You can see I took these 2 scraps of paper, made them into 4. I'm using these poinsettias, the 2 cut aparts, and then I think, I can't make a promise, but I think after that is just some mixed media. So with the Christmas items I have right now, I can be scrapbooking for years. Of course, it is fun to intermingle some new Christmas items with the old Christmas items. The Tim Holtz stamps are my new favorite stamps. So I stamp it down, and then I don't get a clear impression, so I try to go over the top. It didn't work, so I will flip the paper over and I get a really nice impression on the other side. So no worries, but I have to be really careful with this image and the next, in that I don't have another side once I need to do it perfect, so I don't need another side. And it does come out fine, so I don't need to worry about it. Next, I put all the items back onto the paper. I'm going to figure out exactly where they need to go, and then I'll take my ATG adhesive to adhere them down. And that helps me determine where I'm going to do the packaging technique. So that's going to help me figure out where you're going to be able to see the ink and where I kind of don't have to bother with it. So I will perfectly align all my pieces of paper before gluing anything down. Don't forget to look below, and you will see a list of everyone that is playing along with Mix It Up Monday. Check them out, see if there's somebody new that you can find to follow and get some inspiration from. My friend Tara the Paper Snob let me know that OfficeSupply.com has good prices on not only 49 a Market but also Tim Holtz stamps. So go over there and check it out. It is free shipping after $45. Um, and she also gave me the hint. I think on your first order, it's 15% off. But if you do leave your items in the cart for a while, they will come back to you with like a coupon code, I believe. So make sure that to check that out. Not and if you're a spending freeze, I'm sorry, I should have told you to cover your ears. So but I like to be selective because I do have plenty of scrapbook stuff, but there is just something if you don't have in your collection or just something new. Sometimes it's fun to mix that old with the new stuff as well. When I first started scrapbooking 24 years ago, I would get excited and buy everything. I started with my daughter's baby pictures, so I would buy absolutely everything I could find baby. And over the years, I've learned um, I don't like all the items. I don't need all the items. So, all right. So here I'm going to start. Oh, I'm going to take that same color ink, add some water. I've got a spray bottle I got from the dollar store. Add it to the packaging and then just smoosh it around. Um, and then, remembering that the photo cluster is going to go right in the middle. So you don't need to, I mean, it certainly can, there's nothing that's going to hurt putting it right down the middle, but it's just extra work that you don't have to do. So here I'm just seeing, did I get enough on here? Do I want more anywhere? And I do want more on the bottom. So I'll go get more ink and more water. And I knew I had, you can see those water splatters. Um, and that's okay too. That's just part of the mixed media look. Once I know I've got all the ink down where I want it, I didn't really let it dry. Um, I wasn't very patient for that, and I will get those glued down. I'm making sure I keep in mind where the stamped images of the string is. And this is where I'm going to get my poinsettias down and think really hard about it because I don't want 4. I know I want 3. I'm just not sure where the 3 are most important and where they should go. And I'm really keeping the embellishments minimal here. Oh, that is a super old vellum title, and that does not end up staying there. It did get tried out there. So I am going to go with the title. The title says, "'Tis this season to sparkle." I try out a couple different things, but that's what I stick with. I just liked really how the colors matched, especially with the mixed media in the background. After that, I just take my Barely Art glue and glue with that. I glue down the poinsettias, and that's really about it. I'm going to use that 25 card as my journaling spot. And that'll be about it. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I'll see you again soon.